وذكر فإن الذكرى تنفع المؤمنين.
الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله نبينا محمد وآله وصحبه أجمعين. أما بعد, inshallah ta'ala is a reminder for all of us. But I have a question for us. If one of us have a store or has some product to sell it, how does he communicate with the customer? One of the customers come to your store. What do? Do you ignore him? He has a question about the product. Do you ignore him or you talk to him? You talk to him. Do you yell on him or you welcome him? You welcome. Do you command him and give him force or you try to convince him to buy the product from you? You convince him. Why it happened? Many of the Muslims, husband and wife, they block one another. They don't say salam to one another. They ignore one another. They yell on one another. They force one another. Even when they are talking, they want to discuss something. Difference is a part of life. Even your tongue and your teeth cut one another sometimes. Your tongue and your teeth. How about two different human beings? So the difference is a part of the life. But what matters is how to approach the difference, how to handle it. How to handle it. Sometimes you handle it in a good way, Allahu Akbar. The issue is solved. And sometimes you handle it in the wrong way, it makes things worse. So I remind both of the brothers and sisters, if there is a difference, please try to convince the other person by explaining your point in a nice way, in a respectful way, in a gentle way, in a way you showing that you respected the person. To convince, not to force. That's very important. Communication is very important. Say what you want to say, but say in a good way. وَقُلْ لِعِبَادِ يَقُولُ الَّتِي هِيَ أَحْسَنُ. Allah commands us, when we're talking, to say from a statement that which is the best. It's not that which is good. أحسن. أفعل, the best statement. So no cursing, no slandering, nothing. Allah said in His Quran, addressing His Messenger, Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam, the one Allah gave him the best manner. فَبِمَا رَحْمَةٍ مِّنَ اللَّهِ لِنْتَ لَهُمْ وَلَوْ كُنْتَ فَظًّا غَلِيظَ الْقَلْبِ لَانفَضُّوا مِنْ حَوْلِكَ فَاعْفُ عَنْهُمْ وَاسْتَغْفِرْ لَهُمْ وَشَاوِرْهُمْ فِي الْأَمْرِ فَإِذَا عَزَمْتَ فَتَوَكَّلْ عَلَى اللَّهِ إِنَّ اللَّهَ يُحِبُّ الْمُتَوَكِّلِينَ. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, because of mercy from Allah, means in the heart of the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, for the believers, he was easy to them. Had he sallallahu alaihi wasallam been a harsh-hearted, his heart is hard, he's strong, it's not kind, it's not gentle, it's not mercy. Sallallahu alaihi wasallam, what would have happened? Sahaba would have left him alone. لَنْفَضُّوا مِنْ حَوْلِكَ. No companion will remain for him, alayhi sallam, if he would have been very harsh in his approach to the Sahaba. Now when people leave us alone, we say they don't want the haqq. The man, it's because how we sometimes approach the people. It's how we talk to them. So Allah mentioned that Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because of rahmah from Allah, he was easy to the Sahaba. He was not easy to them, he was not gentle with them, they would have left him alone. But Allah commanded him, فَاعْفُ عَنْهُمْ, forgive them. Forgive them. You need to forgive your husband. You need to forgive your wife. Some of the husbands and wives, they keep 20 years ago what happened. Even before they married, he keep on reminding her, don't you remember before I married you? She keep on all the time. Even if gathering happened, the person apologized, let us move on. Next meeting, the same issue is being mentioned again. Where is the afu? Where is forgiving? Don't keep it in your heart. Move on. فَاعْفُ عَنْهُمْ وَاسْتَغْفِرْ لَهُمْ. Make dua for the person. Who from the husbands and wives make dua for the other? Oh Allah, guide my wife. Oh Allah, guide my husband. Oh Allah, show him the haqq. Oh Allah, make dua. وَشَاوِرْهُمْ فِي الْأَمْرِ. Consult with them. Consult with them. Some brothers, they don't feel to consult with their wives. Wallahi, they just command them. No, I say no, I say no. Explain why no. Allah explains, subhanahu wa ta'ala, why He legislated, what He legislated. Many times Allah explains why. Because you increase ilm, you increase knowledge, you increase certainty. Nabiullah Ibrahim, what he said? رَبِّ أَرِنِي كَيْفَ تُحْيِي الْمَوْتَى قَالَ وَلَمْ تُؤْمِنْ قَالَ بَلَى وَلَكِنْ لِيَطْمَئِنَّ قَلْبِي. الآية. إنما يريد الشيطان أن يوقع بينكم العداوة والبغضاء في الخمر والميسر ويسدكم عن ذكر الله وعن الصلاة. Allah many times, subhanahu wa ta'ala, in His book, He explained why He legislated. So explain to your wife why you say no. Make her to understand. Not only that, try to convince her so she accepts it. So communication is very important. Respect one another is very important. Gentleness and easy is very important. Patience is very important. No blocking, not ignoring. Husband and wife, months they don't talk together. What kind of religion is this? We Muslims, we have to fear Allah. We have to talk together. Allah said in Quran, فَأَمْسِكُونَ بِمَعْرُوفٍ أَوْ صَرِّحُونَ بِمَعْرُوفٍ. Allah addressed man, husbands. Keep your wife with good. Or set them free with good. There is no fight. There is no humiliating one another. There is no belittling one another. There is good. Keep your wife with good. You can't keep with good, send her free with good. But there has to be negotiations. There has to be compromise. There has to be trying our best to solve our own problem, not making any third party involved. But when we fail, we can't do that. Now, instead of separating the marital life and divorce and khulu, let us try a third part who care about us, who listen from both sides, and be ready to accept the advice. This solves a lot of problems. We ask Allah al-Karim to forgive us. Sallallahu wa sallam barak ala nabiyina Muhammad wa alihi wa sahbihi.